Hey, I am here and welcome to the channel. As you come in, please hit that like button. Thank you again for everyone who watches. So today we're going to be discussing the Passport Brothers. So Passport Brothers has officially come to an end. The movement started a few years ago where mostly black men were going to different countries, mostly third world countries, to marry fit, feminine and friendly women. Yeah, personally I didn't have a problem with that until they started bashing black American women. As I always say, when they bash black American women, that actually gives the green light for other races of men and just people in general to feel like they can disrespect black American women. But I knew that mostly they were lying, that they're going over there to do pay for play, and I also knew that they were going over there to do more sinister things. So one of the main leaders of the movement has been arrested in Brazil on some very sick charges. Here's the clip. It is around 5 minutes long. The original clip is in Portuguese and it has been translated, so the translation can sound a little weird. Watch this disturbing news clip and I will be back for further commentary.
Police station. The American is accused of raping and sexually exploiting several children. In conducting their inspection of the hotel room where he was lodged, the police found a significant quantity of electronic equipment, including files containing child pornography. They also seized a variety of items such as pen drives, memory cards, a notebook, a computer, multiple cell phones, some stuffed animals, a watch with an embedded camera, and various other telephone devices. At the start of December, law enforcement commenced an intelligence operation.
So that was a long clip, and like I said, it was originally in a different language, and I changed it over to English, so it does sound a little strange. So it seems like they got a tip from an Uber driver, and this is when this whole investigation started. The thing that was most disturbing to me was the fact that on some of the flash drives, there was child you-know-what on there. That is disgusting and very disturbing. But I'm not shocked about any of this at all. Like I said before, lots of these men who travel to other countries with a very low age of consent, normally, they are traveling over there for kids, and no one can tell me anything different. Many men are also saying that the age of consent is low over there, so they basically think it's okay for grown men to go with underage girls. Many men are saying that this is a setup, that there's no evidence, and that they are just trying to frame him. In my opinion, they clearly have evidence, especially with the hard drives, and I'm almost certain that other people have probably been calling and giving tips as well, as though they've probably been actually watching him and recording him to see what he's actually doing. So I do believe that they have evidence, but I do wonder how the whole situation will work out. I wonder if he will be sent back to America. If he is, nothing will really happen to him. He'll get a slap on the wrist and maybe put onto the registry, maybe not, and that's about it. If he does stay in the prison in Brazil, I don't think he's gonna survive that. What I also wanted to talk about is how when these black men first came online, they were saying that they're going to other countries to get better women because black American women are loud, fat, too many baby daddies, and all this other stuff. Like I said before, I honestly didn't care about that until they constantly started to bash black women left and right. Now a lot of black women who worship and praise black men, they did care about it, and they got very upset from the very beginning. I think the more that black women got upset, the more that we saw more and more of these Passport Brothers coming out. So it's very interesting to see how the whole movement has fallen, and if these men are smart, they would abandon it completely. It's like people don't realize when they bash black women, eventually something bad happens to them. So in my opinion, if they were smart, they would have kept this movement exclusive and they wouldn't have bashed black American women. It would have been more like an underground movement, where only a select few were invited. Instead, they invited everybody into the movement, even this weird Floyd guy, and now look at them. I'm pretty sure that the Passport Brothers are going to be labeled a dangerous group, and that countries are going to start turning black men who aren't coming for business away, or when they do make it into the country, they're going to be harmed. These men that allowed just any and everybody to be a Passport Brother need to hold some blame on what's going on with Floyd. These men saw a man who is below average and looks very awkward and doesn't keep his hygiene up. They had him going to different countries because they were sponsoring him and sending him money. They were also encouraging him to go to these different countries as well. They did all this because they again were trying to make Black American women upset. So they used this Floyd guy to do it. Basically, I think they used him to say look, he's going over to different countries and he's getting beautiful women, so you Black American women, you need to lower your standards. But what they did is they funded a predator, a criminal. I wouldn't be shocked if more of these passport brothers are not being watched, and I think in the future, we are going to see more of them be arrested. They really messed up with just letting anybody in the group. They should have kept it exclusive, and a man like Floyd, who you can tell that something is wrong with him, should have never been funded or encouraged to travel. In my opinion, he's unfit. Something is very off and strange with him. In my opinion, I believe that he was doing what they said that he had done allegedly. But I also believe that the reason why he had those phones is because he thought that he wouldn't be tracked. I also believe that he could have been providing other men with the underage girls. Again, that is my opinion, but we know from the news clip that they did find kid toys, and they also found what on his hard drives. This is why everything should not be promoted to everybody online. Some people just should not be included in everything, and Floyd should never have been out of the country. Honestly, I think he needs a caregiver to watch him. I think that he knows wrong from right, but I also think that something is not all the way correct upstairs. Also, these men go to certain countries because they think that the police don't care about stuff like this, and they think that the locals are stupid. But this type of thing has been going on since forever, and you have children advocates all around the world who are actually doing something about men who come to third world countries to exploit children. So I think he thought he was gonna get away with this in Brazil, but he doesn't understand the world and how it works, but a lot of men don't. So I just find all this interesting. They started this movement to bash Black American women on the world stage, but all this movement has done is expose them as predators and get them robbed and taken out. So the Passport Brother movement has officially ended. Discuss this topic in the comment section. Thank you for watching and have a great day.